Hello, everybody. Magnum here, and welcome back to episode 3 of Magnum Talks. So, this is going to be one without a script. I don't really know if I can write a script for this. I'm just going to be talking from the heart here, but it's about the NBA cheating scandal and everything that's been going on with that. So, in case you don't know what happened, there's investigation being done and several players and coaches have been arrested for manipulating NBA games. And just my honest thoughts on it, I've always kind of figured this has been a thing. Like ever since last season in the NFL, where specifically the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL, where there was a bunch of questionable calls being made in their playoff games against Houston, I think, and then Buffalo. So, I think that there's definitely rigging going on. And to be honest, I don't think this is going to be an isolated incident. Like, I think there's going to be, across every league, there's going to be some sort of cheating scandal. It's going to be insane over these next, few months, maybe even few years, to kind of see what happens with it. And this is going to be a bit of a shorter video, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit. So, yeah, I just feel like, based on what I have seen, I think that there's going to be a bunch of things that we're going to find out, and it's going to be absolutely infuriating to hear, because I'm not really a sports guy. Like, I like sports, but, I haven't really paid too much attention to it. Like, most of my attention is on NASCAR, IndyCar, F1, and then wrestling. Those are like the two things that I pay attention to, and I have never really paid attention to the big four. Like, I have my teams in every league. Like, in the NFL, it's the Seahawks. In the MLB, it's the Mariners. In the NHL, it's the Kraken. And in the NBA, there's no Seattle team in the NBA. So the team that I rep in the NBA is Portland, which I'm actually pretty sure Portland's coach was one of the ones that was arrested. So, yeah, I think this is just going to be a huge deal. And, this is not the only fucking time this is going to happen. We're going to see it with the Chiefs, too. I guarantee you there's going to be some shit going down with Kansas City. There's going to be a whole nother fucking scandal. But either way, I think this will be, like, one of the biggest cheating scandals ever. Because it's not just one league. I think it's every single one of the major leagues probably have something to do with this. Because sports gambling is a fucking huge thing. It's a big industry. And so, it doesn't really surprise me that there's some coaches and players that are betting in the games that they're playing in. Because we have seen this sort of shit before. There was, I believe, an NBA referee who was arrested by the FBI, and he was betting on games that he was officiating. So this is not even a new thing for the NBA either. Like, this has happened before. But I think this is going to be much, much bigger. Because, like I said, it involves every single major sports league. There's already one for the NBA. I'd say there's definitely going to be one in the NFL. And I really wouldn't be surprised if the NHL and, I would not be surprised if the NHL and the MLB were also a part of that. It really would not shock me. So, it just goes to show, you know, people will do anything for money. And that's something that I'm probably going to make a whole ass fucking video on, is just the state of humanity in general. But, sports is like one of the few things that we can enjoy that isn't, that we don't think is being interfered upon by something else, right? Sports are fun because anybody can win it if you just cobble together the right players, the right coaching staff, the right owner. Like, sports is one of the greatest things ever. And it really saddens me to see all this stuff come to light, because we shouldn't be rigging this. Like, I don't care how much money you get offered. Like, keep sports as pure as you can. Keep it as fair as you can. And it's funny because, NASCAR has its own issues with this. Where our whole championship is this gimmicky dog and pony show, and that's one of the main reasons why NASCAR is so ass right now. But now people are starting to figure out that it's happening in the other sports too. So, like, I'm not going to say NASCAR races are rigged. They're just very, very gimmicky. Like, you have stage breaks, which are basically, you just bunch the field back up and throw a caution. The championship, I'm not even going to explain the fucking championship format because you probably don't care. But, as a NASCAR fan, I've had to put up with a shitty championship and a gimmicky system for about as long as I've been a fan, because the playoffs first came to be in 2014. And I became a NASCAR fan right around that same time. I was like 5 years old. So, like, this is the only system that I know, but I want to go back to the way it was before. It's just so stupid interesting and sad to see the state of the state of sports right now. Because if you think about it, you have people rigging games in sports. That's become abundantly clear. If you didn't already see the signs, well, guess what? It's happening now. There's investigations happening over cheating. But also, sports video games also just suck ass. Like, and it's because people sign exclusive contracts. Like, exclusive contracts are something that I just don't understand that much. Like, obviously, it's nice to be the premier sponsor or to be the only one making shit, because that gets your name out there. But when there's competition, when there's competition going around, it pushes every company involved to do better. When there's only one company making the shit, the quality goes downhill fast. We've seen it with NASCAR diecasts. We've seen it with sports video games. We've seen it with pretty much everything that has an exclusive deal, where it does not matter how shitty the game is, does not matter how shitty the product is. All that matters is that you buy the game. And because it's the only fucking thing on the market, well, guess what? You're gonna buy the game, because you don't really have a choice. It's either that or nothing. And I really wish that more and more people take the nothing route. Because, boycotts work fucking great. They work great. They always have in history. If you don't like the way that a company is doing things, stop using their shit. And for some reason, people just, I don't know if the art has been lost or what's going on with it, but, like, people need to start boycotting shit again, because I feel like that is the only way that this is going to change. EA, which is notorious for how bad their sports games are, in the F1 games, the AI gets stuck on curbs, and the game is really shit. Their NFL games are buggy and broken and make no sense. And I'm pretty sure they make soccer games as well. I don't know anything about the soccer games. Um, but I just wish that people boycotted. And if people stop watching sports leagues that rig their games, that would make it a lot better. Anyway, I just rambled for 10 minutes without a script. So, I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna call this video now. Because I've just babbled about whatever for 10 minutes. I guess this is a show called Magnum Talks, so maybe it makes sense. But that is going to end today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe, because I'm going to hopefully do more series like this, make more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.